Hello, humanitarians. This is Ms. DeLu, and for this lesson, we're introducing you to writing persuasively. These are your guided notes, so you should have these up. They will look like this, and as I go through them, you will be filling in where it says to respond and listen to my verbal directions. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with our approaches to learning, or ATL, which is our next skill. So what is an ATL skill? It's a skill that we want to master. For Unit 3, the ATL skill number 3 is write persuasively, and persuasive means to convince. Why is it important to be able to write persuasively? Well, our first says to be able to convince an audience of a certain point of view to get what you want. The second is to help someone better identify persuasive techniques. That way they don't get tricked by them. And third, to be able to defend someone if falsely accused. Next, we'll go to part 2. How to write persuasively. The steps for writing persuasively are first to decide on your perspective on a particular topic. The second is to understand all of the relevant information, understand all points of view of a topic, arguments, and counterarguments. 3, collect evidence to support your perspective. This could include quotes, statistics, and personal experiences, etc. And 4, use persuasive language techniques to communicate. Now let's practice identifying persuasive writing. The directions for this practice are: read the sentence pairs below, highlight the sentence that is more persuasive. So we're going to look at this sentence on the left and then this sentence on the right, and we'll highlight the one that is more persuasive. We'll do this first one together. Everyone knows that gum should not be allowed at school because it creates a disgusting mess on the ground. And then we'll look at the second sentence. I think gum should not be allowed at school because it's bad. So this first sentence is I would consider this more persuasive, so I'm going to highlight this sentence, comparing it to the second sentence. And some of the techniques that were used to make it more persuasive were saying everyone knows versus saying I think, which doesn't sound very definite. Plus, it says it is should not be allowed because it creates a disgusting mess. That gives you a visual and adds some emotion to it versus just it's bad. Okay, let's look at the next one. Logically, people should reduce their sugar intake to dramatically improve their health. And then we'll compare it to this sentence. People should cut back on sugar because it's not good for you. I would consider this sentence to be more persuasive, so I'm going to highlight this sentence, and you should highlight it also on your notes. It uses this term logically, which adds a little punch to it. Like if you're not agreeing with this, you're not logical. And it also uses these terms dramatically improves, so it adds some emotion to it versus just it's not good for you. Now I want you to read these two sentences and then highlight which one you think is more persuasive. This will have a negative impact, and the second one is the smartest people know that the impact will be severely harmful. You decide which two is more persuasive and then highlight it, and then do the same for these last two sentences. Now that you're done with the practice, let's come down here and look at our list of persuasive techniques. As you can see, this is a list of different techniques. For instance, our first one says back up every opinion you give with evidence. Use generalizations. For instance, these are extreme statements saying everyone knows or we all can agree. Here's a list of different words you can start your sentences with to kind of show confidence. You can use flattery. And you can state claims with confidence and avoid using words that appear uncertain, like I think or I feel certain. Just state them with confidence. You can try to spin unpleasant information. You can use rhetorical questions. Here are some examples of those. You can over-exaggerate, and you can appeal to your reader's emotions. And Annette, the last one we have listed here is use language with strong emotions. And there, I want you to pick a couple of these here that you think you might want to use in your writing, maybe words you haven't used before. So maybe you might want to pick something like exceptional. And sometimes you'll use it like that, exceptional, or so maybe you'll say exceptionally, depending on the context. And let me see, over on the right, I like this word shameful too. That might work really well. I don't always use these words, but I'm going to bring them into my vocabulary. So I have picked these two. I recommend that you pick at least one, if not more. So now we're going to come down to this practice, writing persuasively. Okay, so the directions are rewrite the sentence using persuasive language techniques. Our sentence we're rewriting is, I think the United Nations is a good organization that is helping the world. Now, using some of these persuasive language techniques, one technique I saw here was to state claims with confidence. So I'm going to drop that I think, and then I'm going to add some sort of generalization to make it sound more persuasive. So I will say, everyone knows that the United Nations is an exceptional organization. Exceptional was one of the words that I had highlighted up here. So I can use that down here to describe the organization. That is, helping the world. I think I'm going to jazz that up a little bit. So I'm going to pick another word from up here. I see the word vital, and I'm going to change up that wording. And I'll say is vital in creating a better world. Now I've even changed this ending part. I even changed the phrasing of just helping the world to make it sound more persuasive. So after you've written this, you've copied what I've written, I want you to scroll down here, and you're going to do this practice activity on your own. So you are going to do the same thing where you can take this sentence. I consider Bend the Arc to be an important organization that works against anti-Semitism, and go up and try to use similar persuasive techniques to make it a more persuasive sentence. Once you've done that, then you will have demonstrated that you understand the 8 how to use this ATL skill of writing persuasively. And you will be assigned the next step.